Okay, 10th standard, listen to the next 11th sum, 8.1, 11th sum. In a study about the viral fever, the number of people affected in the town were noted as age in the years is given. So, how many of them got viral fever? According to the age groups, they have grouped the people. So, between 0 to 10 age, there were 3 people. Number of people affected fever is 3. Between the age 10 to 20 is 5, 20 to 30, 16, 30 to 40, 18, 40 to 50, 12, 50 to 67, 60 to 70 is 4. For this, find the standard deviation. So, you know standard deviation formula, square root of sum of fd square by n minus sum of fd by n the whole square into c. So, here in the formula, whatever you needed, you have to find it. You need c, is it not? C is your class width, the difference between the class intervals. That is what your x data's difference is. C is 10. Now, x data are given in intervals, you find the mid values. So, first column data is your x, is it not? Since it is given in intervals 0 to 10, 10 to 20. So, first you should check it whether the intervals are continuous intervals or discrete intervals. If it is not continuous, you have to change it to the continuous intervals by adding plus number to the numerator, upper limit, and lower limit you have to subtract it. Like that you have to add and subtract the difference between the upper and the lower limit. Okay, that divide by 2. For continuous, to change in not continuous to the discontinuous interval to continuous intervals, you should change the upper limit and lower limit by subtracting 0.5 to the upper limit and 0.5 to the lower limit. If it is difference between the upper and lower limit is 1. According to the limit and the difference between the upper and the lower limit, you have to add up and divide by 2. Find its average of their differences and subtract the lower and add the upper. Here it is continuous, 0 to 10, 10 is again repeated, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, like that. Now, between 0 to 10 it is 5, 10 to 20 is 15, 20 to 30, you just find the mid values. Okay, 0 plus 10 by 2, that is 10 by 2 is 5, 10 plus 20 by 2, adding this one and divide by 2, average of this. So, 15 for this 25, 30 to 40 is 35, 40 to 50 is 45, 50 to 60 is 55, 60 to 70 is 65. Like that you find x data first. After then frequency column already they are given in the question. Write that, arrange it. 3, 5, 16, 18, 12, 7, 4. Add up that f. You will get sum of f, 65. Sum of f is what? Your n, capital N, that is 65. Instead of limited data, here frequency data are given. So you should add up the frequency. That is what your capital N. Now next column you need the D, is it not? D is what? X minus A by C. Using step division, for D you have X minus A by C, where A is your assumed mean. So among these X data, X mid values data, X data, you assume one value as A. So the middle one you change it as A. 35, you mark it as A. So C is what? The 10. So x minus 35 by 10. So your x data you subtract by 35 and divide by 10. So 5, first data is 5. 5 minus 35 by 10, which is 5 minus 35 is minus 30. Minus 30 by 10 is minus 3. Similarly 15. 15 minus 35 by 10, which is minus 2. 25. 25 minus 35, which is minus 10. Minus 10 by 10 is minus 1. 35 minus 35 by 10, 0, is it not? 0 by 10 is 0. 45 minus 35, which is 10. 10 by 10 is 1. 55 minus 35, 20. 20 by 10 is 2. 65 minus 35, 30. 30 by 10 is 3. Next column you should write d square. That is this d column you should square and write. Minus 3 square is 9. Minus 2 square is 4. Minus 1 square is 1. 0 square is 1. Like that, square it each term and write the d square column. The next you need in the formula fd square. Right, f and d. Here is your f, d square. Multiply these two and write. 3 into 9, 27. 5 into 4, 20. 6 into 1, 16. 18 into 0, 0. 12 into 1, that is 12. 7 into 4, which is 28. 4 into 9, which is 36. Then fd column, right? Multiply f and this d column. 3 into minus 3, which is minus 9. 5 into minus 2, which is minus 10. 16 into minus 1, which is minus 16. 18 into 0, which is 0. 12 into 1 is 12. 7 into 2, which is 14. 4 into 3, which is 12. So adding up this fd column, so minus all add it. So minus 9, minus 10, minus 16, which will gives minus 35. Plus numbers alone added, 12, 14, 12, which will give you 38. So 35 and 38 subtract, you will get 3. So fd column will be 3. Similarly, fd square column will be 139. So adding the fd square will get 139. So sigma will be square root of, so in fd square write 139, divide by n is 65, subtract fd is 3 by 65 the whole square into your C is 10. So this root symbol is only for this FD and FD square, not for C. Okay, now divide this 139 by 65, you'll get 2.1384. Subtract this 3 by 65 is 0.0446. So square it, you'll get 0.002116 into 10, right? Now subtract this 2.1384 minus 0.002146, which is 2.1363. So square root of 2.1363, when by long division you find the square root, the answer will be 1.461. Multiply by 10, it is 14.61, that is your standard deviation. So using the formula, you can calculate the standard deviation by using step deviation method. So when frequencies and the class intervals are given the data are within the limits. Here the data are grouped in numbers, grouped data we are doing. So far you have done ungrouped data, which is single data, x data. Here the x data are grouped data. For that, how to find the x first, finding out the mid values. After that, proceed within the same method.